Today I'll be going over some of the new herbicide updates for cotton and soybean. As you are aware, the newest technologies that have been available in cotton and soybean are going to involve the auxin herbicides. So I'll be spending most of my time in this area. Extendamax and Ingenia are for use on Xtend soybeans and cotton. The dicamba DGA plus Vapor Grip is Extendamax, and the dicamba Batma is Ingenia. The use rates for these products for Extendamax are 22 and 44 fluid ounces. The 44 fluid ounces for Extendamax is the maximum pre-rate, at planting, and pre-plant rate. 22 fluid ounces is the maximum post-emergence rate. For Ingenia, they have one rate of 12.8 fluid ounces, and that's the maximum rate for pre-plant, pre-emergence, and post-emergence. There's several tank mixes at this time. In fact, now glyphosate is included into the tank mixes. You can check the websites for ingeniatankmix.com and Extendamax application requirements for any changes in nozzles and tank mixes. Never use an AMS or a UAN with these. There's one nozzle type for Ingenia, although there's several nozzle types for Extendamax. The maximum pressure for Extendamax is 63 psi, whereas it goes by the nozzle manufacturer recommendation for Ingenia. For both Extendamax and Ingenia and Enlist Duo, which I'll go over in a few minutes, the maximum boom height is 24 inches above the crop canopy or the target weed or the ground. Extendamax states that you do not use it if rain is expected within 24 hours. Ingenia, you do not use if rain is expected within 4 hours. And in soybeans, you apply from emergence to R1 to weeds that are less than 4 inches. Now, with cotton, you can apply from emergence all the way to 7 days before harvest. There are no aerial application, and 10 gallons per acre is a minimum. The federal label is different than what the 24C label is for Alabama. Alabama limits the wind speed to 10 miles per hour. Extendamax has a wind speed range of 3 to 10 miles per hour, whereas Ingenia has a wind speed range of 0 to 10 miles per hour. And states that do not apply from 0 to 3 miles per hour if inversion conditions exist. There's a downwind buffer of 110 feet when applying 22 fluid ounces of Extendamax or 12.8 fluid ounces of Ingenia, or 220 feet when applying 44 fluid ounces of Extendamax. Now, Enlist Duo is a combination of glyphosate plus 2,4-D choline, and it's used on cotton. You can spray it until mid-bloom. It can also be used with glufosinate. For weeds that are 3 to 6 inches tall, they recommend 3.5 pints per acre. For hard to control and glyphosate-resistant weeds, they recommend 4.75 pints per acre. Again, the boom height must be 24 inches or less, and the recommended spray volume is 10 to 15 gallons per acre. They have several nozzles and pressures that are listed on the label, so you have several to choose from. The wind speeds in Alabama are restricted to no more than 10 miles per hour. They have a 30-foot downwind buffer from sensitive areas, and the wind cannot be blowing towards tomatoes, other fruiting vegetables, cucurbits, grapes, and cotton. All of the auxin herbicides, Endless Duo as well as XtendiMax and Ingenia, all have specific sprayer cleanout directions. To get into another type of technology that's coming along is bulk soybean technology. Now, it is a non-GMO crop. It was developed through traditional breeding methods, and it was actually developed from Kansas State, and it's a DuPont product. It can be planted in organic ag operations. The thing about the bulk soybean technology is that it is tolerant of the SU or the sulfonylurea herbicides, such as Harmony, Resolve, Matrix, Lead Off, any of those type of products. A few field shots of what they looked like this year as far as pigweed goes. The center one is an untreated check. And then we had the center 2 rows were sprayed and the outside rows were not. So we had pretty good pigweed control in our plots with the different with the different SU technologies that we used. Another thing is the dicamba tolerant soybeans. Enlist soybeans will not be available in Alabama this year, but we will have the Xtend soybeans available. And you can spray from emergence until R1 with either XtendiMax or Ingenia. As with all the new technologies, you must include a pre. You must include a residual with your pre, a residual with your early post, and a residual with your mid post. We need to learn from our experience with Roundup Ready, and we need to make sure that we can do what we can to fight resistance. Some other programs in soybeans that are developed to fight resistance include Boundary Pre, followed by FlexStar plus glyphosate, Authority Pre, followed by Anthem plus glyphosate, Dual Magnum plus Reflex Pre, followed by Ingenia plus glyphosate, and Dual Magnum plus Reflex Pre, followed by Outlook plus glyphosate. These are some multiple modes of action that you can use that will give you some choices to help you to fight resistance, to get good control of your pig weeds, as well as not only fighting Roundup resistance, but also PPO resistance. We've got several areas in the state that have PPO resistance, so that is going to be the next thing that we're going to have to start looking at. And that concludes my webinar. Thank you for listening.